BTS. So we are still on the Regina's issue. A lot of reactions here and there, and we just want to take a few comments from X, right? She's trending on X. We just want to take a few comments from X and then ask the question, what do you think? Um, what is your own take? Regina said she married Ned not for his money, because from the narrative that is now going on, they are making us to believe that the man wasn't really as wealthy, right? The man wasn't really as wealthy as she made us believe, because everything going on, every perception that everybody has is what she sold to us, right? The perception that Regina sold to us. So we can't really blame anybody who is jumping into this peak at this moment. Do you understand? Can't really blame anybody. So she made a video yesterday. We did a reaction of that video, which is on our channel. Is the recent video on the channel, okay, where she was heard saying that, as against the public belief, she didn't marry Ned because of his money. She got married to Ned as a result of love. So what do we think?
I'm back.
Welcome, sir.
At your office.
Okay, sir. Okay, so what do we think? I just feel I said everything yesterday in that video. You can look it up, but I just feel that a lot of people are saying so much. A lot of things are being said, and those are just the comments I would like us to look at, so that we analyze how people's minds work, right? Remember, here on BTS, what we try to do is finding light in every story, so that we can learn from, whatever is happening. The thing that we normally do is, excuse me, the thing that we normally do is, most times we just sit back on stories, making condemnations, apportioning blames, who did this, who didn't do what. But I feel every opportunity is an opportunity for us to learn, okay? Every opportunity is an opportunity for us to learn. Every story that breaks into the internet should be a learning curve for us, so that if you take other people's experiences and you look deep into their experiences, you may be able to caution yourself when you're being faced with a similar challenge. It may not be the same challenge, but a similar challenge. You could draw inspirations from what had happened before, and you'll be able to make informed decisions, because somebody had gone through that route and you didn't just sit back to enjoy the saga. You looked deep into what was happening, and now you're being at the crossroad with a similar situation, and then you're able to find your light. Why? Because you gave attention to some story some years ago without any form of condemnation or blames. Abortion. Okay, so I have the first comment here. This person put out Regina's picture. You can remember the 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 green the green dress that Regina wore during her traditional marriage. That's the picture that is on this comment, right? That's the picture that is on this comment. And the person wrote, meet the first woman who single-handedly sponsored a billionaire for his election. She's also the first broke woman to marry for love. I'll take this comment again. Meet the first woman who single-handedly sponsored a billionaire for his election. She's also the first broke woman to marry for love, okay? And there are 612 reactions under this post. There are 612 reactions under this post. But first of all, before we look at the reactions under the post, let us analyze this particular post. Meet the first woman who single-handedly sponsored a billionaire for his election. Now you write that and then you put a picture where this picture is not really doing justice to Regina. Regina is a beautiful girl. Even on this day, she looked happier than this particular scene. So maybe a picture is taken and I don't know, but this is what we have alongside this comment that I just read. If you look at that comment, you agree with me that that is sarcasm, right? You agree with me that this comment is pure sarcasm. So this is somebody who is feeling, you came out, got married to this man, you were throwing jabs and shades on almost everybody on the street of YouTube, right? You were throwing jabs at everybody on the streets of YouTube. You made us believe that this man was your hero, he was the air you breathe. He didn't allow your feet to touch the ground. That was what you sold to us. And then the picture is depicting a poor person, right? A poor girl. From this, you can't see any form of wealth here. You can't see any form of affluence here, right? Regina has a lot of pictures where she appears very affluent and everything. But from what we have here, you can't see that. So if you pair it with the write-up, you can clearly see that the write-up is born out of sarcasm because of the way Regina herself had led her life in the time past. Okay, now the second part of it says she's also the first broke woman who married for love. She's also the first broke woman who married for love. So she was broke, but is not she wasn't getting into the marriage as a result of the man's money, because they made us to understand that the man wasn't even wealthy, that during his election Regina gave him $50,000, you know, to run his election. So the second part of this comment says she's also the first broke woman to marry for love. That broke woman now um marries the picture that this writer, this ex-user actually used. Okay, so this was a calculated post, and it has lots and lots of engagement. Now this is what Regina does not realize. If you're in a marriage that seemed good and you feel you don't want to be in it again, you're the only person who knows the truth about that marriage, you're the only person who sees the things you're seeing in that marriage, it is not the internet that will help you get loose or get freed up from that relationship, from that entanglement, or whatever we want to term it. Okay, it is not the internet that will help you do that. I stand again to condemn the act of running to the internet at every given stage. Maybe because we feel some of us, they have a platform, they have a huge following. So when you run out, and sometimes the likes of us back here where I am, we don't really think through things. So it's the first person that goes to report to the police station that is the victim. It doesn't work that way all the time, okay? It does not work that way all the time. You didn't have any business coming to the space of internet if you truly wanted to get out of your marriage. I'm very sure elders operate in family. So if you have a problem with your husband, the elders in your home, the elders in your family should have waded in the first place before any other thing you get. Now, if you try silently and you see that there's some form of oppression, that's when you can now come out and say, look, XYZ, okay? So but we are not here to analyze that. We just want to see the way people's brains are working all through this saga. We just want to see the way people's brains are working. So, like I said, this post has 612 comments underneath it, right? And to me, as I read it, I repeat again, this was written out of sarcasm. It's just sarcasm. Okay, so let's see the reactions under that particular post. Let's see the comments that trended under that particular post. Can we? Okay. Okay. It's not everyone I'll be reading. I'll take the ones that will make meaning to us, okay? Okay, so this one says women supporting women, but it reached your turn, you are taking advantage of her for standing up for herself. I fear who no fear you. If she keep quiet now, come by. Now you go first post why she no speak out. Okay. This one says, and you are a lady, oh, what is this supposed to mean? Set her up for dragons. I'm not supporting that. At same time, you can come on if you have a good lawyer. This one did a screenshot of when Regina posted that the husband gifted her $100,000. So this is the screenshot. Okay, I can't believe a lot of 100,000 US dollars was sitting pretty in my account since yesterday afternoon, and I'm just discovering this. My husband has lots of mind-blowing doings up his sleeves, man. Thank you, baby. So this was Regina appreciating her husband some time ago, for gifting her $100,000. And the person who did a crop of this particular image and posted it here says, internet never forgets though. Okay. There is another comment here that puts a cartoon, something like this. Okay, so let's see what that one says. You have said enough. Guy, they go. I never finish. You don't do, take him away. Okay, so I don't know. Like I said, it's just the ones we can analyze and learn from. Drunk in love kind of shit. So this one says drunk in love kind of shit. And then they posted this arch when they went for the ash bath. Remember? This was when they went for the ash bath, right? This actually broke the internet. Who marry old man, they cry. Who marry young man, they cry. Who marry for love, they cry. Who marry for money, they cry. Now, wow, exactly. When is to say money established? Okay. To marry a 56-year-old man for love at the age of 18, don't miss out the details, my G. Okay. I know when this girl they go Igbenedion University Okada, she was driving an RX 330 Lexus. After she married Paned, na luxury start. If she gets money as her mom claim, then why she no live the luxury life before marriage? So she's definitely capping. Nah, she's the first broke woman to marry a billionaire with 3 wives out of love. Okay. Nah, they dig images, so you see why I don't really post myself. Actually, the first rich woman to marry a broke 60-year plus man. Yeah. Was that what she really looked like? Okay, so this person is asking because of that other picture, the picture I showed to you guys earlier on. Regina Daniel with Ned. Almost see pure love. Okay, let me show you this one. This is it. Okay, let's continue. You all this now. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that. See the wig. And she said she didn't marry for the money. I'm sure this was her best wig then. Okay, referring to that picture again, the wig she wore. Wait, how many records did she broke exactly? All those are still boiling down to sarcasm, right? They're still boiling down to sarcasm. You guys are taking this too far. Now only me understand what she means. Please, you that understands, come and school us. We would like to also understand. Bring us to speed. Don't leave us behind. Bring us to speed where you are. Let us also understand, okay? Please make una stop all this cap and beg. $50,000 for a senatorial election that one na party form or flyers money now. Does that mean Ned isn't a billionaire or not rich? Man is rich, but several times these people don't have liquid cash. Okay, that's true. That's true. The fact that you're rich does not mean that every given time, every moment you're going to be seen with liquid cash. Now let me draw from Faith that got disqualified from the Big Brother house. Remember, he did say he had to borrow 5 million from a bank so that he could settle some of the things that needed to be settled before he gets into the Big Brother house. Remember, Faith said so. So he's from a good home. His father could jolly well have given him that money. He also said he has investment here and there and properties, but at the time he needed liquid cash, and he's not the kind of child that runs to daddy and mommy at every given time to seek for request. So he had to go to the bank. That's what happens with every rich person. Sometimes their monies are being tied down. It doesn't mean that they don't have money. It doesn't mean that they are not wealthy. It doesn't mean that they are not billionaires or millionaires. It's just that at this particular moment, I want XYZ amount of money. I'm not able to stretch my hand and touch it. So I begin to look back and think of what I can do. If I have a relative or a friend whom I know can sort this problem for me, I quickly go to the person because we know ourselves so well, and the person trusts that once I get back liquidity, I will push it back to them. Do you understand? So yes, it could be that yes, Regina had $50,000. Maybe out of that one that Ned gave to her, out of the 100, maybe out of the 100 that Ned gave to her, which she posted, appreciating him online for us to see. Maybe it was out of that one that um, she also removed and gave back to the man. Who knows? You just never know. And why not? Why not? So, okay, okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. Okay. It's not really easy, I swear. She's so stressed and it's all over her. Okay, some people are saying from the video she posted yesterday, she looked really stressed. Some people are saying she posted that video out of being high on something. Da 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 da. Well, we are here for it. You people are wicked, sha. I'm on no be small thing, okay. Why you people are like that now? Okay. I married for love. You know, grief for you know, cry for Bentley again. Great woman, but she better pass you. She don't try for her family. You to go get billionaire to marry if he easy. So these are the kind of comments when people make their opinions, people come for them and say, you go and do this. No, our lives are not, we're not, that you've achieved this doesn't mean that I have to kill myself to go and achieve it. Or that you did something and it is in the internet space and I'm trying to react to it doesn't mean that you know you people will come and tell me, okay, you to go and do your own, go and help your family. It's not like that. Do you get? It's not like that. We all saw this day coming but kept quiet. She deserves a Guinness World Record. Okay, as everybody done decrease now. Can she help me with $100,000? Somebody's requesting that Gina should help them with $100,000. So if you have her number, if you're here and you have her number, please reach out to her and say, who is this? Let me see this person. Dr. Capital Duga wants her help and he needs $100,000. Take it easy now. It shocked me. Okay, I'm not really seeing any juicy comments that we can learn from here anymore. So let's move on. This one says Regina Daniels bragged when Ned Nwoko gave her 100K, but now that they are having issues, she's claiming she gave him 50K dollars during election. Say Ned is a big lie. A Nigerian senator can't be broke. Gege. Okay, so that was Gege. You know Gege. That was what Gege said. That a Nigerian senator cannot be broke. If it was a senator elsewhere, outside Nigeria, he would have agreed that okay, the person may be broke, but that a Nigerian senator can never be broke. So we have just 2 minutes more, to conclude this live. If Ned Nwoko doesn't release Regina's brother and mom before December, I might have to step in. And then they put the picture of Popo. You guys know Popo now. Yeah, they put the picture of Popo. So it's Popo that is saying this. It's Popo that is saying this. I feel like it's high time we pity Regina and at least forgive her for mocking her peers. Her marriage with Ned has truly become a bitter one. And if we don't do anything, such abusive marriages will continue. Arresting her family members should be out of the line. Okay. And this person posted what Regina wrote on her Instagram story. So I'm going to read what she herself wrote on her Instagram story.
Okay, now.
Welcome, sir.